October 4th, 2003, Evander Holyfield stepped in the ring to fight James Toney. And for those of you who remember this fight, it was billed as the war. Now, what was interesting about this? James Toney, as a professional fighter, always had trouble making weight and always wanted to be a heavyweight. And Evander Holyfield was still considered Evander Holyfield. I mean, he had faced some losses and things like that, but he had, stepped in the ring with Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, demolished Mike Tyson. I mean, Evander Holyfield is one of the greatest heavyweight fighters of all time. So when this fight came to be, everybody in the boxing world felt that Evander Holyfield would just dominate James Toney. James Toney wouldn't have the power to hurt Holyfield. He's really a middleweight stepping into the ring with a world-class heavyweight. But then something happened. Around the second round, Evander Holyfield got old. It happened within a round. And for the third round, the fourth round, the fifth round, James Toney kept landing the overhand right flush at will. Evander Holyfield could not stop it. And of course, Evander Holyfield ends up knocked out in the ninth round, and the rest is history. Now, what does this have to do with today's topic, guys? Russell Wilson last year was still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? I mean, he can beat you in so many different ways. Accurate, deep balls accurate, can beat you with the feet. He gave us hell with the 49ers. But something is wrong this year. Russell Wilson can't play anymore. And let me kind of explain it by, as this other YouTuber explains how bad Russell Wilson really is in 2022.
Whenever I tune in to a Broncos game, is the announcers go over their, like they go over they go out the way, is a better term, to tell us Russ in a new system, y'all. We can't be too tough on Russ. He's in a new system. There's a new head coach here. It's a new offense. And I am calling BS on that. I'm calling BS. I've seen enough. The truth is that Russ been in this system since March. Since March. He got traded for in March. It is October. You're still having new offense problems? It's been 7 months. What have you been doing? What have you been doing for 7 months? If you don't know the offense by now, that's a whole semester, brother. You are a vet. He got drafted with 2013. He's a 10-year vet. A 10-year vet. It don't take a 10-year vet 7 months to learn the offense.
So guys, in similar fashion, Evander Holyfield and Russell Wilson have both gotten old. But something is different though. Quarterback is the one position where you never really get old. Like, think about it. Brett Favre was still playing at a high level to the end of his career. Peyton Manning had some arm problems, but still won the Super Bowl in his last year. Joe Montana went to the Chiefs, almost went to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers. I mean, top level NFL quarterbacks typically, don't become bad in 1 year. You see it with running backs and wide receivers, but not with quarterbacks. Then here's what I want to ask, guys. What's the problem? Why is it that Russell Wilson can't play football anymore? And why he's getting booed as he's playing with the Denver Broncos now and nobody cares about him? Let's introduce Sierra to the picture.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Oh, yes, guys. I'm going there. Now, see, Sierra is doing a lot on Instagram. Of course, we know about the twerking. We know about all the other stuff that is completely different from what Russell Wilson stands for. But is Sierra the reason why Russell Wilson just can't play? And because we can't explain why he's not good anymore, why he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league when he's year after year a Pro Bowler. Now, here's what I will say. All things being equal, I know this is the manosphere, and we like to blame other people sometimes, especially women, for why their men are not doing very well. And sometimes that's the case. But he is with a new coach, new staff. But if you can't make reads, like you're stuck on one receiver, You're missing open guys in the flats. This is something that second-year quarterbacks can do. Why can't he do it anymore? Here's what I'm speculating here. Russell Wilson is not in a happy relationship. He's not focused. He's not focused because what's going on with Sierra. Now, that's not necessarily her fault. The reason why it's not her fault is because he chose her. But see, what happened with Aaron Rodgers when he broke up with Danica Patrick? That was last year, right? By the way, Aaron Rodgers won the MVP, playing at a high level. What happens with Aaron Rodgers is that, when things are not bothering him or bothering him as far as relationships, he gets rid of them. That's what happens. Now, what happens when men choose the wrong mate? Overall, I'll tell you, performance goes down. And it might not go down at first, but eventually it will. I think that the other thing that the other day, when he was playing the Raiders, and by the way, they lost. The Raiders played Future on purpose, trying to get to him. I think it has gotten to him. I think Russell Wilson is having personal issues as to why he can't play. Think about it. You're getting booed everywhere. You're missing open people. You are the highest paid player on the team, and you're the biggest problem on the team. And that's usually not been Russell Wilson's issue. Russell Wilson is an alpha male. He's a leader of men. There's only one way to explain why he's doing bad. Something going on in his personal life with Sierra. Because football is football. I get it. You have a new offensive coordinator, but you played throughout the whole preseason. I mean, you went there because you felt like it was a great opportunity. You should be, if not the best team in the AFC West, the second best team, and you're not. How do you explain it, guys? There's only one way to explain it. Sierra is part of that issue. And you can't blame her because he knew what he was getting into. And let me kind of start by saying this, guys. In life, you have to make decisions of who you want to be around. That's why with the relationship world, friendship world, it operates as a free market economy, which means that you can do friendships, relationships with whosoever chooses to do it with you. And then when you bring on people with bad habits that are really against your morals and you feel yourself changing as a man from where you used to be, where your moral compass is, and now somebody else has more influence over you and they really shouldn't be there. And I honestly believe that Russell Wilson could have did much better. Ultimately, you break down like Will Smith broke down. Russell Wilson, I believe, is in a very similar situation. Jada Pinkett just talks down on Will Smith. Sierra just embarrasses him. Stay woke, guys. Stay woke. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.